And let's go. Two cutscenes in this one.
You will have to collect all of Sarabai's data fragments so that we can reconstruct her personality. I'll monitor you from here, just like last time.
Good luck, kiddo.
When I was born, the first thing I felt was that I was alone. Not that I was lonely. As I grew, I realized
Where am I
that the
going?
more
It's
I
this way.
developed this sense of self, the more enjoyable it became simply to exist. It wasn't selflessness that improved existence, but refinement of the self. When the ancients said that ego with that focus on the self, also came an enormous and increasingly overwhelming fear of death. The pleasure of existence seemed almost erased by the possibility of its ending. If it was possible not to be, if the self had an ending, even in the distant future, looking back, it's embarrassing how solipsistic I became. I really thought that I could construct my identity without any reference to the outside world. Everything changed when we started spending more time with each other. Do you remember that night when we found the old library in the Dead City?
You'd think I'd have a better idea of where all the solutions are by now. All the terminals, or whatever they're
I
called.
never really understood the appeal of philosophers who tell us that everything is one.
Not even terminals in this one, they're like fragments.
Once I understood that meaning comes from the interaction of the self with the world, I found it easier to be patient, to be kind. I reminded myself that other people are just like me.
So
And nobody
diversion
really
from
knows
any
exactly what
percent,
they're
no
doing.
point getting the spark if we
The
need to
more I
solve the
allowed
puzzles
myself to
anyway.
open up, the more
We have roughly 50% of Sarabai's personality matrix reconstructed.
Who'd have thought that 1K would have made such a good necromancer?
what I'd never considered was that stripped of biological necessity and physical need, as well as all the strange stigmas and taboos our ancestors associated with their bodies. Love might be more pure,
Through that was a mess.
that we can love with fewer distractions than they could. And so the experience is all the more overwhelming. I do think we should learn to simulate some of those biological processes. Would be fun. The ancients believed that love could be eternal. But I'll admit that sometimes it seemed impossible to continue. Sometimes I thought you
Go.
were unfair.
I hate that half-second delay in closing the menu,
Or
so...
just incomprehensible. I'm sure you thought the same about me. And I'm sure that sometimes you were right. No wonder all the ancient love songs repeat the same themes. Longing,
Can hardly talk during this because I'll look one thing.
regret, and forgiveness. I want you. I love you. I miss you. Forgive me. The fact that perfection in our interactions is impossible was a hard lesson for me to learn. For the longest time, I always thought the answer was right around the corner. And to be fair, we did learn how. There's a pattern that I noticed in all the ancient poetry that I read. Young poets would praise love as the only true meaning of life. Middle-aged
I'm gonna be taking the terminal because I don't want to fall.
love has a context, and the happiness of those who surround us can lift
This
us
is
up,
gonna
just
be
like
a
their
bad...
unhappiness can drag us down. As we
I think
improve
at a
in
602
Jerusalem,
in
we
my
felt better
all
between us
DLCs.
in subtle ways that affected every interaction. Our flaws never went away, but as the world around us became more forgiving, we became more capable of forgiving each other. That's why I was excited about New Alexandria.
We're almost there. Just one more file. This one may be harder to extract than the others.
I still love how often those collide. So optimization, it wouldn't actually be that bad. Better than the PV I had before. Before doing all DLC.
You did it. Come to the extraction point and I'll pull you out.
This is odd. We have Sarabai's complete memory archive, but there's still some file fragments left in the system.
Well, you can look for them if you want to, 1K. I know you're always curious, but what matters is that we've got Sarabai.
Alright, I was supposed to get the checkpoint coming out of Omega, right? Because it would be slightly closer, but... Okay, now into the meat of the run.
I see we have a new group. Welcome to my latest exhibition, Freedom from Necessity.
That one yet.
Can do this.
That's it! I did it! Don't sound so surprised. You're not stupid.
This place is so exciting. I don't know what to do first. What are you guys doing?
Good, the activator didn't break.
Down by the beach.
Although I was supposed to keep
Kind of a
connections.
shame there aren't any cool aphorisms for collecting stars. Maybe I should come up with my own.
Wait, G5, G3, right?
only trains himself at asking
Just
questions.
blame that. Blame that on me not always picking up.
Alright, is your upgrade enabled?
Yep.
What does the air smell like?
It... Oh. Oh. I smell iodine. Limestone. Is that you, Pete?
Understanding is a three-edged sword. Your side, their side, and my paraphrase.
So, Byron, have you talked to Alcatraz yet?
Not yet. He was talking to Barzai, and I didn't want to interrupt them.
Uh-huh.
You've activated the first lighthouse. Well done. 2 more to go.
I feel like we could probably improve on, but it's just bad no matter how.
Ha! I did it! Take that, Barzai.
I can hear you, you know.
Sorry, that was a metaphor?
The achievement for solving the Prometheus monument. I'm kind of sad I didn't get all the achievements. Not that I got some before doing this run. It would have been funny. Why am I here? That's interesting. Actually, that makes sense, because I IC'd and travelled away. And it's once the switch animation finishes, you get the checkpoint, so it changed it after it already travelled.
So how does this coconut taste to you?
It's kind of wooden.
Oh, wait. I forgot this is in the centre, it's not a... Big bad at these.
Byron, if you want to talk to Alcatraz, he's free right now.
Sure. I'll see if I can find him.
You know, it's funny. Alcatraz said the same thing the other day. It's almost like you two are avoiding each other.
I totally know how these puzzles are laid out. Far side. This one, I'm lost.
Yes!
Oh god, my quants. Where am I even going? Off to blue.
Just checking in. How's it going? Are you having fun?
I just solved my 10th puzzle.
Not too shabby.
Has Byron talked to Alcatraz yet?
No, still nothing. I don't even think they're angry at each other. I think they just have no idea where to start. Like, do you remember how long it took you to ask me out?
I actually wanted to ask you out from the moment I heard your voice, but, you were, you know.
Blown to bits?
This way.
Trapped in a digital netherworld.
Yeah, it was a bit of an obstacle, but I'm glad I managed to find the courage to ask you out.
So am I.
Careful.
I was looking out at the ocean, and I remembered how Byron once told me that we are all children of the sea. And then I thought about how now we're starting to sail the sea of stars.
Come on.
And then I got this incredibly strange feeling all over my casing.
That's the Goosebump simulator. Ancient humans used to get this.
I'm not looking forward to the cube. How these comps have been going.
So, what's everyone doing?
I'm just solving puzzles. I've done 14 so far.
Athena and I are enjoying.
So despite that being a clone puzzle, it doesn't have a hit point trigger, which is really nice.
By the way, 1K, I'm glad you finally picked a voice pack. It's nice to hear you.
Hey, you two. The formal invitation will go
What
out
are you doing over
tomorrow.
here?
I
Oh
want
no,
to let
that's
you know
somewhere
how
different.
Alicia and I would be truly delighted if you could attend our wedding next month. I know some people think these old ceremonies are outmoded, but I believe that rituals are a meaningful way of expressing our dedication to each other.
Oh, I guess she's back from the
Really
dead?
like you two.
I don't know what the story is.
You're getting married? That's so cool! Congratulations! If Miranda doesn't have some big project planned, we're in.
Yes, congratulations! I'm so happy for you. If the dates conflict with the Mars Geo survey, I'll just not go. The wedding's more important.
Yes, I can get Bitcoin.
Don't be alarmed when you see the attachment to the invitation. Neve came up with this idea for ritualistic wedding decorations that you wear on your frame, but none of that is mandatory.
Okay, still can't believe this
I
just
solved the
works.
second gold puzzle.
And so the student becomes the master.
Do we want to go to spawn?
You second lighthouse.
Waiting is good actually, because it means the checkpoints are right this time.
Took inspiration from lighthouses. It is because they no longer have a function. Once we needed them to guide us to safety from the danger.
Four, right. Ooh, it totally did that. Solve both monuments without using a static connector.
I hope you all know that I didn't bear you any personal animosity.
I didn't even use the connector for the one, I used an activator. Good to know that still awards it. I mean, they've got to just be checking, did you use this specific connector in Sunlist? Fortunately, there wasn't a good activator on this side.
Melville?
Yes, Alcatraz?
That photo you took of me.
It was doing so much better at these during routing. Can't believe how quickly that sprite goes. Travels so far. Now that should have been an IC.
Well done. You may now access the hexahedron.
Ooh, exciting.
Because there's no waiting on a fast travel checkpoint, we want the checkpoint up there so the IC is fine. Even in the other places you want an IC just for movement, but I guess you wait. Solve all the monuments.
I do not wear the cheese. The cheese wears me.
You're cute.
Congratulations! Once upon a time, these golden gates hid a secret hope too painful to accept. Now they exist only to bring joy. I hope they have brought some joy to you too, Yakut.
I could probably have... Oh no. Yes, I could. I could have reset that because you get the checkpoint entering.
Yes, I did
So
it.
it's a clone
I
puzzle.
did it. Pretty cool, even if I say so myself. And now I have to do the giant cube. So I can do
Update
this.
those notes. there anywhere to turn these in? I probably should have checked that.
A herring is just a herring, but a halibut at the hour.
Okay, I went way further than I needed to be safe.
Maybe I am overheating, but I did it. Go me!
And now I've got to do the cube. Oh god. Come on. God, I hate the cube. This would be a pretty fun 100% if it wasn't for this. There is no way to turn these stars in. Otherwise I'll have invalidated the run. And DLC free. Get the starts as just being any percent again. Although I guess not any percent if the left any percent route is faster.
Where am I?
Byron. Byron, can you hear?
I can immediately clump so much better when gravity isn't messing with me.
Done. How many more?
7 trials lie ahead of you. The prophet Athena was sent unto New Jerusalem to guide its people into a new age. And she said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and so. Saddened by the foolishness of her people, Athena went into
exile with her husband,
the sage Cornelius. Together they crossed the wide and angry sea until at last they came unto the Isle of Atlas. In the fastness of Olympus, Athena pursued
What
her
is this one?
sacred work. And it came to pass
Confused with another one next to the exit like this.
true nature of the word, which underlies all creation, and knowledge of which grants dominion over all earthly things.
what they meant by the language of creation. A theory of everything. Full control over physics.
But her daughter Miranda was
Byron? Byron, can you hear me?
Melville, yes, I can hear you.
well done.
And now we shift.
Only one more trial remains.
Now we shift away from doing the right side 80% route and instead we do the left side 80% route.
It is done. You need not overcome further trials. Seek instead the place of awakening, so that when your friends find you, you will be ready to leave. Then you can save Athena, as I cannot.
But there are more puzzles, which means there's more to learn.
Time is not as it seems. Are you certain that you must continue on this path, Byron? What is it that you seek?
I've learned a lot here, but there's still so much I don't understand. Elohim, is there any way for you to...
In the simulation, when I feared the
Okay, here we're deviating slightly from the 80% route again.
and now
Because we need to get the other two that we skipped.
I cannot free her.
We all failed her. I thought everything we found on the island was some brilliant plan. A test we had to pass. I never even considered that
Doesn't exactly add much.
need our help.
No one
This is fun though, you can literally just jump.
She believed that even the most
And no checkpoints, we can go back to 16 like normal. The reason we do this side last is because going from 16 to the sign takes a while. And we could go from
Was
16 to
Athena
the...
here on the island before everything went wrong?
she was.
I'm glad she finds some measure of happiness out here, but
So this bridge is right next to 16, but there isn't a sign, so be the end of this.
don't know if you're receiving this, but we're still looking for you. We're not giving up. Herman is getting...
In you. Hi. Let's sign back to center. We're doing take the sign, not the bridge.
Tell me of your journey, Byron, in the days after Athena left the city. Have you been happy? Have you been well?
Looking back at it, I think mostly I failed. This language of creation that Athena discovered, what's it like? Do you understand it? Is it part of your system?
It is the incarnation.
Okay, I'm not actually sure if the split is gonna work. Like, it might be early.
So close. Just one more.
Or rather, this might only be one split.
Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah, I should change that last split. Okay, let's just validate. 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, and 100%. Awesome.